Do you ever look around and think, wow, the world is a crazy place, and it just seems to get crazier and crazier? Ease your mind and take a break. This is Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. We're a hub for inspirational Christian sermons, practical keys for Christian living, and Christian discussions and interviews. You'll be inspired to live the life that you were created for. Your host is a top-ranking podcaster, best-selling author, world record holder, aerospace engineer, life coach, evangelist, and founder of John Giftah International. Welcome to Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah.
This is the parallel that I was thinking about, how Samson and David were so strong. They were able to defeat lions, right? They were able to defeat lions. They were strong. They had the skills. They had what it took to defeat the lions. But there was another person in the Bible who also faced lions, and that was Daniel, right? You see, both are facing the same problem, or all the three of them faced the same problem. Samson and David faced it in a different way. They were able to fight it. When you look at Samson, he had the strength, supernatural strength from God. He was able to fight the lions. And when you look at David, he had the skill that God had given him to defeat the lion with his slingshot. But here was Daniel, who did not have what it takes. He did not have the skills. He didn't have the strength. What do you do when you don't have what somebody else has, but you're in the same situation that somebody else faced? But here's the thing, you see, in this case, God supernaturally intervened. And what did God do? He shut the mouth of the lions. What I want you guys to understand is, sometimes when we face the same problem that somebody else is facing, we get discouraged when we say, oh, they had an advantage. They had the skill. I don't have that skill. They had this influence. I don't have that influence. They had this benefit. I don't have that. They had this advantage. I don't have that. They have this supernatural strength. I don't have any supernatural gift. They had something. So it's easy to look at somebody else and say, oh, look at David, or look at Samson. He had the gift. He had the strength. But I don't have, John. I don't have what it takes. I don't have the strength. I'm going to be defeated by this. I'm facing the same thing that they're facing, but they had an advantage and I don't have. But can I tell you something? You may face the same thing that somebody else is facing, but the way God is going to lead you is going to be different. God supernaturally intervened because God knows about you more than you know about yourself or anybody else knows about you, right? Many times people tend to say like, oh, you know what? You don't have what it takes, or you should have, maybe if you were in Daniel's position, oh, you should have worked on your skills to defeat lions. I mean, did he even expect to go into the lions then? Obviously no, right? What I want you to understand is, that's where you trust the goodness of God. When there is no way out in the natural, when you don't have the strength, you don't have the skill, you don't have what it takes, you don't have the influence, you don't have any added advantage, God is going to supernaturally intervene. He will either give you what it takes to face a lion, or he will himself face the lion for you. He will shut the mouth of the lion. Today, that's the word of encouragement for you. No matter what you're facing, don't be discouraged. Don't lose hope. Just know, either God has given you what you need already, or he's going to supernaturally intervene. And you see, when you think about Samson and even David, they had an option to use what they had to defeat the lion. But in case of Daniel, he did not have anything, and there was no option. It was going to be like either God intervene or he's going to die. You may be in a place like that. You're saying, those people, they had an option, but some of them have what it takes to fight a lion in their life, but they don't do it. But in my case, I have no other choice. I'm going to be defeated by this enemy. Maybe a bad sickness, maybe the unemployment situation that's going on in the world at large, or maybe a relationship issue, or something that you look at what somebody else is facing, or what a lot of people are facing, and you're saying, I'm in a similar boat and I don't have what it takes. I have run out of options. But I'm telling you, that God has not run out of options. He's going to supernaturally intervene and show up and show out in your life. Amen. God bless you.
You've been listening to Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. We hope you were blessed and inspired to live the life that God has for you. Make sure to subscribe to the John Giftah YouTube channel for regular uploads of sermons, skits, interviews, and more. Follow John Giftah on Instagram for regular inspirational posts. And don't forget to check out the best-selling books written by John Giftah, Who Am I?, which will help you understand your identity, and the latest #1 bestseller, Unveil Your Purpose, helping you discover your purpose and to start walking in it. Make sure to leave a rating and review, and be sure to share it with your friends and loved ones. If you'd like to donate, you can find the PayPal link in the description. And if you'd like to invite John Giftah to speak at your event or to get more details, go to the website at www.johngiftah.com. See you on the next episode of The Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. God bless you.